A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. And this is the continuation of the channeling session. Divine Masculine's mother fears that her son's misery and entrapment by the karmic is because of her. I could not write the whole title because, the space was not enough. But this is her fear, and let me tell you that this fear also arises when the Divine Feminine has done a considerable amount of work, because till the time she has not healed her wounds and she has not figured out why all of this has happened with her. And to get clean with this, she needed to work on her own family templates as well. When she starts doing that, and when she is very independent in that area, or she has healed those wounds, on the other side, these changes begin to happen, or these realizations begin to happen. And this only happens because obviously the mother is very attached to the son. Let me tell you, in case of narcissistic mothers or bipolar mothers also, bipolar is still not the right word here, because bipolar people are still, they are very good at heart. They are not very selfish. They have two sides of them. One face is for the world and one face is for themselves. Bipolarity can be understood in this way, in a simple way, in case you also meet someone who's bipolar. That is why bipolar people mostly commit suicide. If you look at the suicide cases, the research work all over the world, all over the globe, it says that the maximum cases of suicide happen because of bipolarity. And especially because there are psychologists who have not done any inner work. They don't have a spiritual practice background. They only do theoretical studies, and they study the books, and they know, okay, this is this disorder, that disorder. And based on that, they just give some medicines, and those medicines are chemical medicines, and those medicines are very harmful. So they basically numb down the mind of the person, but those elements are still there. There is medically no cure of bipolar disorder. The only cure only lies in spiritualism and spirituality. Maximum mental disorders like depression, anxiety, these are also mental disorders. They can all be cured via source connection, via source integration. And Twin Flame Journey actually deals with a lot of these things, because you have narcissistic template. Again, narcissism cannot be cured. It is not curable by medical science. Bipolarity is not curable by medical science as such. Many such things. So the doctors will give people tranquilizers, they will give them sleeping pills, they'll give them Xanax or Prozac, or these are very, very harmful chemicals, So you should not go for it. If you really want to feel relief from the stress, then go for something which is herbal and natural, which can make you feel better, make you feel happier, make you feel, like you want to eat food, you want to, sleep more, things like that. Now, coming to this point is that because she heals, the DF starts healing her own family templates, she has to basically take this whole scenario, the karmic, the mother, the sisters, the aunties, there are some aunties in the house. She has to see them all. She first looks at the Divine Masculine, who gets immense amount of support from all of these people. Why does that happen? Why does a narcissistic mother, a narc mother, is so nice to her son? She is nice to her son because the son is doing exactly what she wants. As long as the narc mother has a control on the children are going to be the wonderful, most amazing children. She can have conversations with them for long hours. She will do everything for them, But they need to be in her control. So as long as the son, which is the DM, is in her control, under her control, everything will be fine. Even the DF would be fine. If he has a DF from that perspective. If the DF also says yes to everything, whatever, your mom says, we are fine with that. But the problem happens when that does not happen, because there is a big difference between the Divine Feminine's energy and the DM's mother's energy. And he is also getting energy from there, because he meets her and he sees all of these amazing qualities in her, and he goes like, wow, this is amazing, this person is amazing. She is so nice. I want to hang out with her more. I want to know her more. Look at the things she's doing. It's very interesting. And initially the mother is like, okay, because they are very supportive too, they want their children to be happy in the worldly sense. But when they start seeing that the DM is slipping out of their hands or her hands, he is no longer, confiding in her as such. Also when she creates scenes, like fights and all, he takes the side of the DF. He chooses the DF over the mother. Just the way he later on chooses the karmic over the DF, It's almost like you can say he is an escapist. He wants to always choose what feels good in the moment. So that is a mental disorder that raises out of addictions and also escapism. In fact, addiction, the foundation of addiction is escapism. When you want to escape from pain, suffering, any problem, you don't want to face it. Why people are so scared to face problems? Why are they scared to face financial crisis or emotional problems? Because the world, the media, everything is surrounded around marketing happiness as the ultimate goal. But they don't understand that everything will have an equal and opposite reaction on this planet Earth. A spiritual master would know this. Why? Because I'm not pointing towards me, but I'm just generally saying that when you do spiritual mastery, the first thing you figure out is you need to accept your pain. You don't accept your pain body, you don't accept your shadow side, your shadow self. That is the reason why you attract these conditions and these situations. And obviously the divine feminine hasn't done that amount of inner work, so this is being shown in the divine masculine. He will be giving these problems to her, all the feminine problems, because of which he will run away, he will go up to the karmic, she will be left out, she will be all alone, and then she will start looking at the problem areas as to why has she attracted a narc man or a narc mother-in-law or so much opposition. Like, what has she done? She is beautiful, she is smart, she is talented, she is the most important quality in today's world is she's spiritual. Then why do they have a problem with her honesty or her spirituality? First of all, she does not have a proper connection with the materialistic world. The sacral chakra is blocked, the root chakra is blocked, the third chakra is blocked. Then how is she going to survive on the planet? The foundation is so weak. And the foundation doesn't become weak from the very beginning. Most divine feminines initially are very smart with the money making. They are good with it. They have done a lot of hard work. They have literally slogged themselves to make money. But when they start awakening, they realize that this is not what they want to do. They can be happy in less amount of money also, and they can do like wonderful things like not waste money on branded things, branded clothes. They would probably buy things that are necessity, that are requirement. She will research about it. She will figure out, okay, this is good for my health or not, that is good for my health or not. So she starts changing, and that's when she says that, okay, I'm not so materialistic. But then because this twin flame journey cannot be successful until and unless all of your chakras are healed. And guys, for personal readings, for personal therapies, for personal sessions, you can check out the description box. Even though the public channelings that I make are, my intention is to help as many people as I can via the public channeling, but in many cases, especially if your root chakra is healed and you are good with your finances, then you can afford readings and therapies. Before that, till the time your root chakra, the base chakra is not healed, you are not in the abundant state. You are not basically, you cannot do whatever you want to do. You cannot buy whatever you want to buy. You cannot afford many things. So that leads to a big frustration. And in many cases, this is seen as a weakness. So divine masculine's mother can also use this as a weakness. That look at her lifestyle. She's so poor. She is going to be dependent on you for the rest of your life, on us basically. And because she's a narc mother, so 100% sure that the son would have struggled in studies, would have struggled in making money also. Because she will be like the ATM, she will be the provider. in many cases, the narc mothers control their children by money also. And if the children get controlled by her, then they would be good with money. But when they start losing control, or they start getting fascinated by the idea of spirituality or the idea of other things, she feels that it is the impact of the DF also. But let's not forget that both of them cannot meet each other until and unless both of them have awakened the first stage, which is the most important stage, without which you cannot even enter the twin flame journey, the gates of this particular community, this world, this other dimension that exists on planet Earth and is thriving by the day, basically. So this attraction he has towards this other side of the world, which is something he was never taught because he was so addicted to materialistic objects and pleasures. But when he meets the DF, he had also given up that aspect of him, he started realizing that I'm not very happy. And it's also energy that speaks. So there was something very attractive about the DF, something that drew him, like he could not control himself. He was like a moth attracted to the light, he just could not stop himself going to her. He just could not stop doing what she was doing, or being a supportive person in her life. And they would talk for hours, they would share with each other that this is my life, this is my journey, and he felt a certain kind of resonance with her, like, yeah, she means it, she's right, I know this feeling, this emptiness, this hollowness, they have those conversations. And then they also discuss their visions about the future, about their own futuristic goals, and it kind of matches in, it kind of it's very seamlessly connected with each other. So that is something that he finds more appealing than complying and then conforming with whatever his mother has been doing and saying. And he even confronts her, he fights with her for a few times before, getting frustrated later on. There is a lot of frustration, and that's why the runner-chaser dynamic is going to play a great amount of role in this relationship dynamic, in this particular trajectory, because in this particular trajectory, he is definitely going to dwindle between what the mother has been saying, and the mother is obviously, the karmics he would attract would be like the mother. They would be very selfish, they would be very, self-centered, very, all about themselves. So I will recontinue this from where I'm going to stop now. I'll take a pause here and I will come back in the part 3, and there I will wrap up this complete energy update. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.